Okay. How about this weather we've been having? This is nice. Only a month ago, it was so cold, some politicians were seen with their hands in their own pockets. Hello. I'm Peter Boyce. I'm the proprietor of Delmont Sawmill. I'm an inventor. And I'm the Republican primary candidate for the Assembly in New Jersey. Highlighted in the brochure are my business and political experience. So you referred to the brochure, so do not take up time to speak to that. I ran for Congress in 2008 and 2010 as a constitutionalist. I ran in an effort to focus public attention to the principles of republicanism. What is republicanism? What is a republic? America is a republic. When we pledge allegiance to our flag, we pledge allegiance to our republic, not our democracy. James Madison, the father of the Constitution, had this to say about democracies, quote, "Democracies have ever been spectacles of turbulence and contention, have ever been incompatible with personal security and the rights of property, have in general been more violent in their deaths than they have been short in their lives. America was not, is not, and God willing, will never be a democracy. We're a republic." The word republic is derived from the Latin res publica. Res meaning thing, publica meaning public. The public thing, the law of the land, the U.S. Constitution. Built on the bedrock of the eternal principles asserted in the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, no debate, that all men are created equal, endowed by their Creator, God, with certain unalienable rights. Unalienable because they come from God, not from government that could take them away again. And that governments are instituted among men to secure these rights. To secure these rights. In other words, just protect our rights, otherwise stay off our backs and out of our pockets. Deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. For we, the people, form and empower the government. To understand and defend these principles is what the meaning is, what is to be a Republican in the truest sense of that noble title. Fresh breezes of republicanism are blowing across America. That brash Democrat in the White House has stirred the sleeping giant. One example, just over a year ago, 12 of us met in a little church, the Greenwich Tea Party Patriots. In 1 year, our group has grown to over 1,000 members. Enthusiastic supporters of the principles of republicanism, the Constitution. Many of those Tea Partiers are enrolled amongst the 160 plus in the Constitution classes I'm teaching in Cumberland, Gloucester, and Salem counties. With this groundswell of grassroots patriotism rooted in an understanding of the Constitution, there's no reason why a candidate who understands and defends those principles should ever lose an election. When I'm elected, what I'll do is as basic as the 3 R's. I'll introduce legislation to repeal, reduce, and roll back unconstitutional regulations on small businesses. Yeah. This will immediately slash taxes and restore the liberty for small businesses to breathe again, and for new businesses to be born. Entrepreneurs create jobs. Bureaucrats create regulations and taxes. Now what about us older folks who have worked hard all our lives to pay off our mortgages, only to now find our property taxes doubling, tripling, quadrupling? When it really comes down to it, we're just tenants paying rent in the form of property taxes. I'll work to remind my fellow assemblymen of our duty to assert our 9th and 10th Amendment rights as a state under the Constitution, to send back the unconstitutional federal legislation of Obamacare, cap and trade, the Food Modernization Act, stamped rejected, unconstitutional, exceeding the authority delegated by the people of New Jersey to the federal government as enumerated in Article 1, Section 8 of the U.S. Constitution. I'll continue to work, as I have since 1993, to rescind any and all of New Jersey's con-con calls. America is in peril of just a few more states issuing con-con calls, bringing the total to 34 and triggering an Article 5 constitutional convention. This is the greatest internal danger facing America today. Yet most of America's state legislators have no understanding of what an Article 5 constitutional convention even is. Please send me, Peter Boyce, to be your voice in Trenton. I will not slay the regulatory giant, and in the words of Thomas Jefferson, I'll chain it down with the chains of the Constitution. Thank you.
Good.